What are the vital signs of a really healthy blockchain? Today, we're going to take a pulse check on the Cardano ecosystem and look at some key developments that are signaling some serious, vibrant growth.
Oh, it's really this powerful mix, right? You've got surging user demand, some really clever financial innovation, deep community collaboration, and a vision that looks beyond its own borders. And the thing is, right now, we're seeing all four of these vital signs just flashing brightly all across Cardano. Okay, let's dive right in, starting with maybe the most undeniable signal of all: pure, unadulterated user demand. I mean, when people are literally scrambling to get involved, you know something big is brewing.
In this quote from the World Mobile Token team, man, it just nails the feeling around their recent Airnode drop. It really points to this huge shift in mindset we're seeing. People moving from just using something to actually owning a piece of it.
And here's the proof in the pudding. Their entire Airnode drop sold out in just 1 hour. That kind of speed, it doesn't just show demand is there, it shows it's absolutely white hot and, accelerating.
So what does that really mean? Well, this kind of crazy demand, this level of engagement, that's the foundation. That's what strong ecosystems are built on. It's the difference between a temporary fad and a truly sustainable, community-driven movement. But, all that user energy, it needs somewhere to go. And that brings us to our second vital sign: financial innovation. So let's take a look at how projects are building out these sophisticated tools to meet all this incredible demand. Okay, a perfect example of this is Strike Finance. They just announced a pretty fundamental upgrade to their STRK token. They're basically transforming it from just a simple asset into a really powerful tool for leveraged trading. Now, on the surface, it's a simple change, but it's actually pretty profound. Before, you'd use your standard assets to back your positions. But now you can use the platform's own Strike token as collateral. And that creates this whole new internal feedback loop for the token's utility.
And here's the kicker. Using Strike as collateral lets traders access up to 25 times leverage. For any trader out there, that's a massive incentive, not just to use the platform, but to actually go out, acquire, and hold its native token.
But wait, what happens if a position gets liquidated? This is where the tokenomics get really, really interesting. Because see, most platforms would just sell that collateral on the open market. Strike, they're doing something completely different. So instead of being sold off, which could create downward pressure, right? The collateral is just burned. It's destroyed. This introduces a deflationary mechanism that's directly tied to trading activity. And that can have a pretty significant long-term effect on the total token supply.
And we really need to remember, this innovation isn't coming from some small, random player. Strike Finance already accounts for a staggering 78% of all on-chain trading volume on Cardano. So when a giant like that makes a move, believe me, the whole ecosystem feels it.
But sophisticated finance isn't just about high-stakes trading. It's also about transparency, and it's about rewarding the community. And on that front, a project called Nuvola is really setting a new standard by openly sharing value with its supporters. So how do they do it? Well, they achieve this transparency by just sharing the exact details of their reward distributions. This table here, for instance, is from a previous epoch, and it shows you everything. Exactly how MNTX sales were converted into ADA rewards for the community. No hiding the ball. And for their most recent payout, they went even further. 100% of the rewards went directly to their stakers. I mean, that is a direct commitment to rewarding the people who actually support the project. It's putting the community first and reinforcing their role as the real backbone. And all of this, it brings us right to our third vital sign: building together. Because look, none of this growth happens in a vacuum, right? It's a direct result of developers shipping new code and an engaged community helping to steer the ship through governance. So on the developer side, you've got Strike again, who've laid out this super clear public roadmap for their V2 platform. They're building out everything from the core matching engine to API docs, all while still improving the current version. That's building in public. And they've also shared what's next on the agenda. And this includes some highly anticipated features, like Bitcoin perps and support for more volatile Cardano native tokens. It just shows this constant push to keep expanding, to keep building.
And hey, it's not just the developers pushing things forward. At the same time, projects like Bank are empowering the community to shape the future through governance. Their 3 new Catalyst proposals, they're not just for their own benefit. They're focused on open source tools and longevity for the entire ecosystem. That's a big deal.
Which leads us to our final, and maybe most critical, sign of health. A truly strong ecosystem, it doesn't just build walls around itself, it builds bridges. Its strength is really measured by its ability to connect and expand outward.
And we're seeing that happen like right now. Tokeo Wallet, a Cardano native wallet, just announced a major integration with the Sui blockchain. This is a huge move that breaks down those silos and really expands its multi-chain capabilities.
So now, users can create, import, and transact on the Sui blockchain all directly from inside their Tokeo Wallet. I mean, this is a really significant step toward true interoperability. It's connecting Cardano users to the broader blockchain world, letting them have a seamless experience across different ecosystems without ever having to leave the wallet they know and love.
So when you put all these pieces together, this is what a thriving ecosystem looks like. You've got the intense demand, like we saw with World Mobile. You've got the financial innovation from Strike and Nuvola. You've got the deep collaboration happening with projects like Bank. And finally, that outward expansion from Tokyo. All of it together, it paints a really clear picture of momentum and progress. So with all this activity, what's the next big leap for Cardano? That's really the question to watch as all of these different building blocks start coming together.